Last time, we moved maps to begin our farming campaign and introduced the tiny hamlet of Curioshire. We made a start on placing our first farms, unlocking crops and a winery along the way, and laid the foundations for a small residential village, complete with an animal shelter. Today, we're improving Curioshire in more ways than one. We've reached upgrade status to transform our hamlet into a small town, and can now unlock tier 2 of the farming menu, which will reveal a new crop of landscaping from roses, beeswax, cotton and wool, which will help contribute to our new village hatter and dressmaker and bring our village town centre some country charm. So sit back, relax, and let's build in town to city. And if you're enjoying this series, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already so you won't miss out on future episodes. And without further ado, let's continue on. So welcome everyone to a new morning in Curioshire, our small hamlet which is soon to become a small town. Now I've gone away from camera, added some new details, and as you can see I've unlocked the bakery with this charming animation, this gorgeous building. And just to the left of the camera, also a little furry friend you can spot. We've also placed down an animal shelter which has brought pets into our little world, which is very exciting. Now I've gone away from camera, added some details, and I'm going to show you the improvements we've made to our little hamlet. So just sweeping around this gorgeous bakery, I've added some details to our farming area, including our first farmhouse that we placed down. I unlocked some stepping stones, which I thought was a nice sweet detail, and really just tried to make it look as charming as possible. We've also gone into our winery and added a seating area with a new pergola, and also went into our wheat field. Thought it was a bit more appropriate to add all the farm decorations here, so I've moved everything from our farm below up here and really enjoy how it worked out. Got a few winding roads here and there leading into what will be a park. Now I'm waiting for the terraforming update to make this an entire episode, I guess, and I really want to build up some mountainous areas around here, so it could be quite a nice detail. Into a little corn farm, made this a sunflower moment just to play off the colours of the area. As you can also see, I've unlocked through request a fish pond, and you can actually see some fish. So we've got a brand new animal in the area, if you think about it. Created this little quiet part of town which has a few gravestones and a few benches. Once we unlock a church, I think it'll be nice to place it around this area. But I really like how that came out. Placed a few ducks and a couple of swans as well. Sweeping around, we'll get to the town centre bits. Improved our little hamlet area, so added tons of new detailing, also landscaped all the gardens. Had this nice idea to add some gates, well some fake gates, just to make it seem a lot more cottagey. So improved all the lakeside area. Created this little moment here. I was really inspired by English Cotswolds and other different kind of countryside areas, so tried to draw from some experience that I know with some detail, and I really like how this came out. Got a few picnic benches, lots more houses around this area, and I've also extended the hamlet around to this section. I included some bus stops as well, even though we don't have transportation. I thought it'd be nice, sweet touch to add a bit of countryside charm and a few signage. But not everything has been detailed, as you can see, which will be all part of the process of today's episode. And for the time being, I've placed our new animal shelter. So the whole purpose of this is that you can click to adopt animals for your families in the hamlet. So each one has a different ratio of happiness, and we've assigned this so far, including a very pink looking goose. Now this was part of a town request that I received since I placed down a mayor's house, so this added a ton of happiness to the lucky owner. But yeah, we've just got a mixture of cats and dogs, and I really love the names as well. I think they're really funny, and I've seen a few roaming around as well, so it's nice to add some animals to our area. And speaking of our town, here I live. I put it on the peninsula, and we'll definitely wrap the road around to it soon, but I think for now it's nice where it is, and we can get some town requests and get some cool unlockables. So I'm going to skip through today and then I can tell you about what's planned for this episode. So welcome to a brand new morning in Curioshire and to the farmer's market. Now I created a little moment in the centre of the town and placed all the stores that we had currently unlocked from past episodes, including a few of the stores as well. So we've got the butchers, the opticians, the boutique. Now, the initiative for today is to unlock tier 2 of the research menu in the farming tab. We've accrued enough points, so before I get to upgrading our little hamlet, I'm going to see what goodies are waiting for us. Unlocked new research tier 2. New researchable items available. Farm points cap increased to 800, which is great. So in tier 2 of the farming menu, we have lots of new and nice unlockables. We've got roses, beeswax and cotton, which all contribute to unlocking the hatter and the ability to set the hat colours. Cotton also unlocks the dressmaker with the wool. And then we have a few new unlockable decorations. We've got utility decorations, extra granny workers, which is really useful for the expanse of our map, and a global stockpile which allows us to access your crops from any city, which will definitely improve our Curiopher, which is exciting. So I'm going to let this tally up and let's upgrade our hamlet, shall we? Now, if you remember from a few episodes ago, we unlocked the village campaign as part of Curiopher's expansion, and we got access to some really cool things, including theatres and street organs. I don't think I'm going to go the way of adding a city hall or upgrading roads in Curioshire because I want to keep it as close to a countryside village as possible, but I definitely think I'll be adding a bistro and just bringing some more entertainment to our townsfolk's needs. So while we wait for our farming points to accrue, I'm going to place down a bistro in this little section leading up to the residential area. I really wanted to create a really close-knit high street here, and I know there's an ability to unlock a pub, so I think that's great for this area. So you'll notice I've left little pockets of where we can place some new goodies. And leading on from that, we can also decorate these 3 houses which I've left for this part. So without further ado, let's get into build mode. And there we are, our row of village houses all decorated. And the residents are just going back home as well, since it's the end of the day. And I'll also show you the work that we did on the bistro. Added a patio area for a bit of extra seating, but definitely brings some happiness and some much needed food points to our residents in this little hamlet area. So we have 270 farm points and lots of things to spend on. So let's unlock beeswax and cotton, and then also wool as well. And that in turn unlocks the dressmaker and the hatter. Now the hatter is an above average production capacity, and our dressmaker is a very high range and a high production capacity. Each require 400 research points, so we're definitely going to have to hold out for that. Now I'd like to place down another farm in our little village, and I thought this spot right near the train station is a perfect excuse to include some new livestock. So without further ado, maybe let's situate the farm a touch further away from the road. Let's connect it with a bit of road to around, maybe let's put it down to a 1 or a 1.5 actually, and connect you in. There you are. Now we have access to beeswax, wool, cotton and roses. Now I know when you place down wool it traces as invisible, but through the magic of the game I believe some sheep should appear. And look how cute that is. Let's also move in a family as well. And now we have a wool farm. So let's gate in this area so the sheep don't run away. Add a few more details to this little farm, and then we can create either a rose, beeswax or cotton farm. Now I've roughly placed down our rose farm and moved in a family who wanted to be surrounded by flowers, so that's a nice perk for them. I'm going to accrue as many farm research points as possible because I'd like to unlock the dressmaker and the hatter at the same time. So let's skip ahead and then we can bring our village town centre to life. So through the power of time-lapse, we have garnered enough points to unlock the hatter and dressmaker. So let's go for the hatter and the dressmaker. And let's place them into our world. So if we go to the commerce building, will it be around here? Aha, it will. So we've got the hatter, which is a relatively small building, which is good for this part of town, and the dressmaker, which is a lot bigger than I envisage. So I think I might just place the hatter around here, and I think some of the bushes are in the way, and some of the flowers. Here we are. And get that built, and then let's place our dressmaker next to it. I think this will be nice in Curioville for the artisan area, and I know the perk points will be very high for this building since it's far-reaching. So let's take a look at the Hatter. It's funny with the actual hat on the top of it. And let's place in some workers. And then we also have our Dressmaker as well, which seems to have these gigantic residents in front of it. I wonder if they move. This is a cool looking building. And as you can see, it's really just taking our town centre to shape, and I just want to make it as close quarters as possible. I also noticed that we have access to a barber, so I'm going to throw that in, maybe around here. Maybe I'll do it, snap it away from the path, so we can connect in a bit later, and then create this quite nice alley moment. And place potentially another commercial building around here once we get around to it. So let's just see what the needs are for the Hatter. So we require 20 wool, 20 roses, and 20 beeswax. So while I was away, I did just momentarily add some cotton here since we only had wool. So I think we need a little bit more production, and then that should be good to go. And then also I added beeswax to our rose farm. Again, temporary before I beautify it off camera. But I quite like the multicoloured nature of the flowers here. I think they'll look really pretty around Curioshire, so definitely make sure to put that in a nice formation. So I think we should be able to click to enable it. Now we don't have enough residents at the moment for the dressmakers since I've not built any new houses, but I think what I'd like to do to finish off this part is just nestle this part into the town centre, add a few nice little decorations, and also connect our barber to the high street as well. So without further ado, for the last time, let's get into build mode. And there we are, our little high street is coming together slowly but surely. I'm really happy that we've managed to unlock the Hatter and the Dressmaker in this part, and I definitely want to add some more commercial buildings to fill up this little village town centre, and also of course add some new detailing to our barbers. But coming together, I'm really enjoying building in this little village that we have right now. So thanks so much for joining me. If you do like this video, please give it a like and leave me a lovely comment down below, and let me know whether you want to stay in Curioshire or move to Curioville in the next part and add some more detailing. You can also search Curiopher on YouTube for more cozy building games, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.